Hello friends, welcome back. This is then go again to the free and go to the permanently free collection. Then go to the page number 3 here and you will find this animal variety pack. Click and add to your project and then go to the up here and you will see the temperate vegetation. Just click and add to your project. Okay, so let's go back to our Unreal Engine. So now we create a empty scene here. So go to the file, create new level and click on this empty level and just click on this create. So first we create a sunlight here. So go to this box here, go to the light and go to the directional light. Okay, and then set to this to movable. And again go to this and go to the lights and create a skylight here. Again go to here, go to the visual effects and click on this sky atmosphere. And again go to this skylight here and set it to movable as well. Then again go to this box, go to the visual effects and click on this volumetric cloud. But because our scene is night, so we don't need this volumetric cloud here, but we need this exponential height fog. So just click here and go down here and just turn this on, that is the volumetric fog. Okay, again go back to here, go to the visual effects and click on this post process volume and then go to this search bar here and type infinite, and when you find this infinite extend unbound, just check this box and again go to the search bar and type exposure and go little down here and you will see the minimum brightness and maximum brightness. Check those box and just turn this 1 and 1. Okay, so we all set here. Now we create a landscape here. So go to the select mode, go to the landscape and just click on this create button here. Now you will see that it is so dark because our sun is down. So press Ctrl and L and move your mouse and you will see that the sun is up high in the sky. Now we do little sculpting here. So you can see that the tool strength is little too high, so we decrease the strength here and then we create a little bit of sculpting here. So just click, just little click, not much click, and just make a little bit of uneven surface here. Okay, just like this. So when you're done with this sculpting here, but you can see that the some of the harsh edges here, so we have to smoothen this. So you can go here and just click on the smooth button here and now you can smooth this up. Okay, so just like this. And one thing that when you in the sculpting mode here and if you want to down this peak here, so just press shift and hold the shift button here and if you click you will see that the invert action here. So we are done with a little bit of sculpting here. So now we put some material on the landscape. So how we do this? First we go back to our main mode here, that is the select mode, and go to this content drawer here and we are using some mega scan texture to this surface. So just right click on this section here and go to the add quixel content. So here is the quixel bridge. Now go to the surface here and you will see lots of surface material here. So you can choose anything you want here. So let's see what we're gonna use. So maybe this one look nice, so just click here And then you can change the quality if you want, but maybe the medium quality will look right here. So just click on this download button here. Okay, when you see the tick button here, it means the download is complete. Now just click on this add button here. And when you see this window here, it means that the texture is successfully imported. So just close all this. Now go to this content drawer again and go to the mega scan. Go to the surface, and here is the texture that we just imported from the mega scan. Just select this material here and select this surface here and go down here, and you will see this landscape material. Just click on this arrow, and in this way you will apply the texture to the surface here. But you can see that the texture is little too shiny, so let's double click on this, and you will see that this texture, all the parameters here, but we're going to decrease the specularity of this material. So you can see that the specular channel here, just click here and maybe we decrease this. Okay, now it look little bright here, but the tiling is little too high, so we go to the tiling here and just decrease the value to maybe 0.2 and 0.2. Okay, and whenever you make any change here, just click on this save button here, and then we just close this. Okay, now you can see that it look amazing. Okay, let's put some tree on the surface. So for this we go to the foliage mode here. So select this mode and go to the foliage here and go to the content drawer. And when you download all the assets for your project, you will see that the PN interactive forest here, and just click on here and go to the meshes and go to the half, and then click on this low folder here. And but you can use the high quality model here as well, but my PC is not good enough, so I'm using this low quality here. And just click and drag and drop to this foliage type section here. Just disable this content drawer here, select this, and now we make a random scale for this foliage. So we go down here little bit, so select this uniform, go to the scaling, and the minimum scaling for this tree is maybe 0.2 and the maximum scaling maybe 0.5. Okay, so and also we decrease the density, because if you make a density little too high, you will get a more tree, and when you put a more tree on your scene, it will lagging. Okay, so we decrease the density here. So now we put some tree on here. So in order to navigate your scene, just right click and hold the right click, and then you can use the WASD key to move around, and also press Q to bring down and press E to go up here. Okay, so this is how you can navigate your scene. So you can practice, so you can do it smoothly. So go little top here and make some tree here. So just select your desired place and click. Okay, but you can see that when you put any tree and the incline section here, you can see that the tree is inclined to a certain angle here. It's because the surface is not even. So in order to fix this, so just press Ctrl Z to undo this. Select your tree here and go little down here, and you can see that the align to normals. Okay, and it can check this tick here, so just disable this. And now if you click on here, you can see that the trees not follow the surface condition here. Okay, so this is the little trick for this foliage section here. Now we put some other trees here. Okay, so just like this you can put trees, but remember that if you put so many trees in your scene, it can causes the lagging of your scene here. Okay, so make sure that how much you can handle with the trees. So put some trees here and there. Okay, so I think this is enough for our scene. Okay, so now if we move our sun here, you can see that it's look really nice. So we're done with the trees here. Maybe we put another trees here. So go to the back side here of the scene and put some other trees in the back section here as well. So now again go to the front side here. Okay, here maybe. And now we're going to put some grass here. So I am using this MS Forest tute here, and click on this static mesh. And if you not have this static mesh filter here, because in default it is not here. So in order to set a filter in your content drawer here, just click on this and you can select any filter from here. So our grass is a static mesh, so we select this filter, that is the static mesh filter. And when you set a filter here, you will see all the static mesh that include inside this folder here. So now we're going to use some grass from here. So maybe using this one and this one. So select this and then control to select other, and just click and drag it to this foliage slot here. Okay, so now we disable this, deselect this tree here and select both of the grass here. Okay, select both of this, and now we're going to increase the density to maximum, that is the 1. And now we put some foliage here, just like this. Okay, but you can see that the density is still less. Select both of these and go down here, and you can see the density /1 KUU. So change this to maybe 400. Okay, and now click here and you can see the more dense grass in the surface here. Okay, so just put grasses here and there and it will look nice. Okay, so we're done with the grass as well. So now I put a deer model in the middle of the scene. So go to this content drawer, and if you download this animal variety pack from the Epic Game Launcher, you will get this folder here. So we're going to put a deer model here, but you can also get other models from the pack, that is the wolf, pig, fox, but we use the deer model. So we just double click on this, go to the mesh and select this deer model here, and just click and drag and drop to your scene here. So when you put this deer model here, you can see that the texture here, but as you can see in my final video, the texture is emissive kind of material, that is illuminating a light. So how you can change this material to as emissive material? So when you select this deer and select this deer from here and go to the details panel here and go to a little down, and you will see those all the materials that applied to this deer here. So first we change this element 0 material. So just double click on this. So you will see that the notation of the material here, and it is a very simple material, that all the texture, and just put it in the different section here. But we're going to change this diffuse color to a emissive color. So how you just change this to diffuse to emissive? So press Ctrl and hold the Ctrl switch here, and when you press the Ctrl switch, you will see that the grab like of marking here to the mouse pointer, click and just placed into emissive color. Okay, but as you can see that it is not working because we don't have any parameters that we can increase the value or decrease the value. So how we can make a parameter that can decrease or increase the value of the emissiveness? So just first we set it to the base color here. So we need a scalar parameter. So how the scalar parameter work, that it can allow us to put a value to the material, that how much you need the emissiveness. Okay, so how you can put a scalar parameter here? Just press S and just click. Okay, and this is the scalar parameter here, and just delete the name, because when you press S and when you click on this, and if you don't release this S switch, it can make you that it type the SSSS on the name here. But you can see that there is no input here. So how we can link with this? So there is a node that is called the multiply. So press M and click, and you will see this multiply node here, and you can see that the multiply node have 2 inputs and 1 output here. So in one input we put this parameter, and the other input we press Ctrl and place it to this A input here, and then go to the output and we set this output to the emissive color here. And now you will see that the parameter, select this parameter here, and the initial value is 0, that is why it is look black. So just change this value to maybe 10. Okay, and now you will see that if you change the value from here, you will see that the emissiveness will be increase or decrease. Okay, the purpose of this parameter node is like this. So maybe change this to 10 again, and then we click on apply, and then click on this save. Now we close this. You will see that some of the material is emissive, but still we have other material that is not emissive kind, because it is the element 1. So we do the same thing to this. So just double click on this, and now we put a scalar parameter here. So press S and click, and it is the scalar parameter. And also we import a multiply node here. So just press M and click to get this multiply node here, and then we change the input here and also do the same here, and then we place it to the emissive color here. Okay, select this parameter and change the value to 10, and then we apply, and then we save the material here. Now we close this. So now you can see that the total deer texture is emissive kind. Okay, so now we put some lights to our scene. So first we go to this box here, go to the lights and select this react light here. Okay, and when you put a react light, now we don't need our skylight, that is the directional light anymore. So we just disable this directional light here. Now we only select this react light here, and we change the position. Okay, maybe we don't need the skylight as well, so we disable the skylight. And now we put this light to the back side here, and maybe we rotate this. So in order to rotate the light, press E. You can see this rotate gizmo, or you can change this toggle the switch from here as well. So we select this and rotate the light to this side. Okay, and now press W to bring back this move gizmo here, and place this light and the back side here. Okay, just like this, and place it little high here. Okay, so our light is here, and now we're going to increase the intensity of the light. So select the light here and go down here, that is the intensity. We increase the value, and also we change the color. So we go to the color section here and change this to something like bluish kind of color here. Okay, and hit OK. And after changing the color, we go little up here, and as you can see that volumetric scattering intensity. So we increase this value. So in this way you will see that the sum of the volumetric lights here as well. And also indirect light intensity, we increase this little bit. Okay, now we place it light little from back side here. Okay, but as you can see that the fog is not right here, so we need to increase the fog density as well. So go to this exponential height fog, and then go down here, that is the fog density. We increase the value, and also go to the secondary fog here. We increase this as well. So make a little foggy like scene here, and you can see that it really creates a nice result here. So now we put another light in the left side here. So in this case we're going to create a point light here and place this light here. Okay, and down here, and in this case we change this light color to something like warm color. So select the light and go down here and go to the light color, and we change this something like warm color here, just like this, and then we hit OK. And we also increase the intensity of the light. Maybe we change the color to a little bit more reddish like, and then we hit OK, and also increase the volumetric scattering for this light as well. So now you can see that we are getting in the scene. Okay, so place our camera here. So now we can create our own camera for our scene. So go to this box here and go to the cinematic and create a cine camera actor. Okay, so our camera is here. Now go to the perspective and select this camera here. So our camera is here. So let's place our camera. So place our camera here, and you can see that we getting a nice scene here. Okay, so maybe our deer size is little too high, so we select the deer and press R to bring the scale gizmo here. And when you select the middle box here, we can just drag your mouse and you will see that the scale is down. Okay, so now it look amazing, I guess. So now we put some of the trees in the foreground here. So we go to this content drawer again and go to this folder here which hold all the trees here. Go to the meshes, go to the half and go to the low, and maybe select one of the tree here and place the tree here. Okay, and the tree size is a little big, so we decrease the scale of the tree as well. So press R to bring this scale switch here and just decrease the value. Okay, and place little close to our camera here. Okay, just like this. So maybe our scene is little too dark to the foreground here, so we select our point light here and move the light position by going here, that is the location here. And as you can see, the red axis to the towards us, so we select this red axis, and you can change the position by changing this here. Okay, or you can do one thing that, and we can duplicate this light as well. So select this light, select this point light here and press Ctrl D to duplicate the light. Go to the second light here and change the position, just like this. Okay, so it is all depends on you that if you want a little light to the foreground as well. But in my original case, I am only using 2 lights. So you can make another light to make a little light to your foreground here, or you can just leave it like this. So it's all depends on you. And if you think that in this position the vegetation is not look right because there is no vegetation, so we can put some vegetation on this as well. So we go to the foliage mode again and select both of these, and maybe we put some foliage here. So in order to put a foliage into the right place here, we disable our camera view here. So we go to the main view and press and hold the right click button and go to this side here and put some vegetation here as well, so it will look nice. And also do some vegetation in this side as well, here and there, just like this. So you can see that it really creates a nice result to our scene. So I think you really get the idea that how you can do this. Okay, so now go back to our main mode here, and now we select our camera again, and you can see that it really creates a nice result. And if you think that the deer illumination is less, you can also increase the illumination. So we select the deer and go to this section here, and you can select this parameter here and increase the value to maybe 15 and just save this. Okay, and close this, and you can see that a little bit too shiny. Okay, so this is the trick for this scene. So now we're going to create a sequencer to how you can make a little bit of animation to the deer. So we go to this box here and create a add to level sequence. Okay, and save this. So here is the sequence here. So first we bring our camera into our scene. So click and drag your camera here, and you can see that it creates a camera cuts to the scene. But we also going to make some animation to this deer. So we select this deer model here and drag and drop to this slot as well. And now we go to make some animation. So we go to this animation here, and let's find which animation we use here. So maybe this one look nice. So select this, and you can see that it creates a nice animation here. So play this. Okay, so as you can see that it really creates a nice result here. And also we're going to create some camera animation here and also animate the focus over time. So how we do this? So we select our camera here, expand this camera and go to the very beginning here, and now we go to the transform and make a keyframe here, and then we go to the very end of our scene here and check this box, that is the auto keyframe here. And now we move our camera to close to this deer. So how we do this? Just right click and hold the right click here and press W, and you will see that you can move closer to the deer here. Okay, just like this. And because of you select this auto keyframe, so if you make any change, it creates a keyframe automatically. So now you can see that it creates a nice camera animation as well. So now we're going to create a camera depth of field animation over time. So first we go to this camera aperture and we change this value to very low to the 1. So now you can see that it creates a nice bokeh effect here. And then we select this manual focus distance. So we decrease this, and as you can decrease this, you can see that first we focus on this tree here. First we select this tree and make a little room here, just like this. First we select this, change the camera view to our main view here, and we make this tree little close to the camera here. Okay, and also duplicate this tree here. Just press and hold the Alt key and move any axis to duplicate this tree and place it here. Okay, and also duplicate one more time and place it here. Okay, and again duplicate one more time and place it little very close to the camera here. So now we go back to our main camera here, and you can see that it creates a multiple level of the trees here. So it will create a little depth information to the scene. So now we can select this camera focus distance from here, that is the manual focus distance. We can select this, and also we go to the very fast keyframe here, that is the fast keyframe, and we can change the camera. So we press and hold the right click and press S to little go backward here, and first we select this tree, that is the main tree that is very close to the camera, and first we focus on this tree, just like this, and then make a keyframe here. Okay, and when you go little here, we go back to the focus on the deer. Okay, just like this. So now if you play this, you can see you can create something like this, and believe me that it really creates a nice result to your scene. So I hope you really enjoyed this and you can create something like this. So once you're happy with your animation, you have to export this. So how you can export this? So in order to export this scene, you need a movie render queue. But in default, the movie render queue plugin is disabled. So how you can enable this? Go to the settings, go to the plugins and search the movie. and you see that the movie render queue, and you just enable this, and also movie render queue additional render process, just enable this. And when you enable this, you are prompt to restart your engine, so you have to restart this. So once you restart your engine, go to here, that is the window, go to the cinematics and go to the movie render queue. Okay, so now you have to select your sequence here. So go to the render and go to the new level sequence. In this case, the sequence name is new level sequence, and but in your case it also a new level sequence, or maybe if you change the name, whatever name, it will show here. And then you go to this unsafe configuration here, and I'm using a PNG sequence because it creates a nice result. So go to the settings and go to this PNG sequence here, and then also we go to the anti-aliasing. So select the anti-aliasing and temporal sample count. I use 32. When you put any number here, you have to click on here, that is the override anti-aliasing. Just click on this, and then anti-aliasing method, you change this to multi-sampling. Okay, just like this. And now go to the output, and here from you can choose your output pathway folder here, and also you can change the frame rate from here. So click on this box, that is the use custom frame rate, and drop and down, and I'm using the 23.976, which look nice cinematic. And when you're done here, you just accept the switch and click on this button, that is the render local, and in this way you will create a nice PNG sequence to your scene. So this is all about the scene, and after you exporting all the PNG sequence, you can import this PNG sequence to After Effects or whatever compositing software you have. And I'm use the After Effects to make a little bit of color correction to the scene. So this is all about this tutorial, and I hope you really enjoy this. And if you enjoy this tutorial, you can check my previous tutorial on Unreal Engine, and I think you also love the tutorial as well. So this is for today, and we will see in my next video. So till then, take care and bye bye.